Taurus, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. I hope you are well. I hope you are fabulous. I decided to go ahead and convert the general overviews or the monthlies, whatever, into the Sunday Shuffle because they don't need to be 50 minutes. And that's cool because it's going to free up our next in-depth to be a fall review. Yay! Personally, my favorite time of the year and one of the best review checks, I think, because then we get to see how the year is winding down and maybe hint to the new year. What's going on, please? But for now, let us content ourselves with a September overview. Show me Taurus, please. Show me Taurus in September. 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 What's going on, please? Eight of Cups is crowning you. Feeling emotionally kind of absent. All right, well, what's going on? Resistance, exhaustion, the moon, something you don't want to deal with. Oh, I just got my attention. You're under there. King of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Okay. Future. Oh, God, honey. Okay. Okay, yay. I'm trying to see some recovery here, Taurus. You're making me tired. Yeah, so, okay, we got some stuff here. We got a little bit of everything. We got some intrigue. We got strong connectivity. We've got decision-making. We've got the potential for ending and opening up. We've got a little bit of everything here today, so let's get cracking. I will not... Taurus, I will not go over 25 minutes. You know, give me this kind of stuff for your in-depth. Thank you very much. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Show me this Eight of Cups, please. Show me the Eight of Cups. Show me the Eight of Cups. Show me the Eight of Cups. Feeling a little emotionally detached at present. What's going on, please? The Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Temperance. Okay. I see you in a place of healing right now. You're a little disconnected from the healing process, however, even your feelings not totally in it. You're trying to get into that space of really believing in your healing. Your intuition's here saying patience, compassion, Taurus. But you don't always give to it with that Two of Pentacles. Sometimes you're in the healing zone and it feels right, and there's other times you pull yourself out of it and you're like, I can't stay committed to the healing process, Christina. It's just, there's a part of me that's emotionally detached. So I do see you trying to heal. I do. I really do. Temperance is one of the best indications of real healing from within. And that's beautiful. But you're having a hard time sticking to it. Once you get into the flow of healing, you find it difficult to stay there. There's an emotional detachment in you that's keeping you from really delving into the experience of proper healing from within. It's like you're saying, my heart's not into it. I'm trying to heal, but my heart's not into it. It's like there's a missing piece to my healing element. And there's some days I can commit to it, and other days I can't. There's times where I feel like I can move on, and there's days I can't. Your intuition is here. It is trying to speak to you. What it's actually trying to say, I don't know, other than to keep at it, Taurus. Okay, we need you to heal on this subject. And like you're saying, it's hard, but it's like you're not emotionally committed to your own healing, and I don't know why. It's different. Show me this Nine of Wands. Let's see this resistance here. And the moon, of course. That's going to give me a big clue. Show me that Nine of Wands, please. Show me that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands. What's this Nine of Wands? Show me the resistance, please. The Empress, the Six of Wands, the Page of Cups. Resistance to opening your heart towards somebody. That means a lot to you. You know, no one can make you open your heart towards anyone. Let's make that clear. That is a choice. I just see you resisting that particular choice. It's not that you don't have the inclination. The inclination's there. But you're like, no, it's not. Fuck the inclination. It's kind of, that's a really strong reaction to such a little guy. Oh, boy. That's a lot of resistance towards a little Page of Cups. Just a little bit of vulnerability. You're like, But just the feeling of it makes you feel good. Does a little bit, yeah. Six of Wands. Just the feeling unfolding in you to express yourself to someone of importance put you in a position of feeling good in return. But you're also like, nope. 9 of Wands, and you're getting a little tired of fighting that feeling. What is that, REO Speedwagon? I can't fight this feeling anymore. Don't know what I was fighting for. I don't know. You get the idea. It's a lot of resistance. Well, so the Empress is someone of importance, okay? Someone who is generous, someone who is loving, someone who is very giving, someone who's highly productive, maternal, all those things. And you would like to express yourself in some way. But then 9 of Wands. All right, let's take a look at this moon. I think that's going to tell me quite a bit. Why you're struggling with healing, why you're resisting this. Show me the moon, please. Show me the moon, show me the moon, show me the moon. It's also at the heart of the reading, so that's always very important. Show me the moon, please. Two of Swords, 9 of Cups, the Magician. You're trying to convince yourself the thing that would make you happy wouldn't make you happy at all. Oh. Or rather, I should say, you're trying to convince yourself that you don't know what makes you happy. That's bullshit. You're trying to tell me you don't know what would make you happy. Are you trying to convince me, or are you trying to convince yourself? If you got to talk yourself out of something or into something, they're usually both wrong. And how do we do that? We have a natural feeling, and then we fuck it up and say, no, that's not true at all. Because I said so. That's the brain hijacking the heart and trying to convince it, the heart, it knows what's up. Only the human mind could do such a thing. Such a powerful, and for that reason detrimental, part of the human existence. Now it's under your moon. I'm sorry, honey, I gotta push back on you. That's bullshit. You're telling me you don't know what would make you happy, so therefore you don't know what to manifest. You're doing it anyway. It's under the moon, so we've had this talk before. Especially if you're manifesting under the moon. That means you're pulling something towards you without acknowledging it. So what you might get in return is mixed results, nothing at all, or nothing what you had thought or wanted. And that's because you're just like, I don't know what I wanted, but I didn't want this. Your 9 of Cups is in there with the Magician. It's almost like you're afraid to ask for what you want. So you convince yourself you don't know what you want. It's a lie. Let's jump on over here to this Lovers. That's where the real resistance comes from. It's almost like, again, I think you're afraid to manifest what you really want. Never mind, acknowledge it. It's under there in your moon, honey. It goes into a deep place for you. Show me the Lovers, please. Show me the Lovers, show me the Lovers, show me the Lovers. Show me the Lovers, please. Show me the Lovers. The Fool, the 8 of Cups, the Lovers. Ah. This is why we feel emotionally distant. This particular connection caused us to feel a certain way, and we've been hit and hollow in the cups ever since. A certain sense of emotional detachment. This is one of the reasons why you're finding it hard to heal and commit to healing and staying in the flow of healing. Okay. We're not satisfied with what we experienced with our lover. It's here not once but twice. So that means the Lovers is already 2, literally. But now it's here twice, so it wasn't just you, it was them too. Emotional distance is a bitch. I know. You know, they got an emotionally dissatisfying experience out of this as well, is my point. So it's not just you. They experience it too in some way, and that's what Lovers is. It's the ultimate representation of who we are and what we attract. We're attracted to this person because they're so much like us in all the best ways, and we are so repelled by that same person because they reflect and or mirror our weaknesses in so many ways too. So we create that attract and repel system with our lover. Okay, like this. And that's why they are our greatest challenge and our greatest reward. In order to rise to our greatest reward, we have to be willing to challenge ourselves to change, to earn them, and they in turn have to do the same. So it's very common for the lovers to experience different pieces of change at different times. But the idea is that you push each other up. Or you can tear each other down. Okay? It just kind of depends on what one person is willing to learn and change in order to get what they need to get done, in order to achieve their lover. Even if you can't have them in the real world, you know that you can make peace with them in some way. And that in and of itself is still earning that person. Okay? So it's here. It's strong. Very strong connection. Reflected twice. You know? And the Fool. I think one of the reasons, honey, why you're experiencing a hard time staying in the flow of healing is because you wish to open up towards this strong connection. Because in some way you've identified it as helping you heal, and that's kind of like the missing component to your healing process. Now, that's not always true. Healing comes from within. But it's like you're not inspired to heal. You don't feel inspired to heal. It's hard to stay in it just for you. Part of you wishes to make your lover part of your healing experience. In other words, you know, feel better about the situation. And that's where I see that Fool trying to blast in. We would like to open this up to healing with each other in some way, in some respect, whatever that means between the two of you. But if anything, it might just be to set the emotional rights with this person. You may not be able to keep them in the 3D. That's not the point. That doesn't mean you can't make peace with your soul contract, and that's what the Lovers is. It was predetermined, honey, before you hit planet Earth, before you were born. And you believe in that or not, that's cool. That doesn't make it any less real. There's a reason why our Lovers' connections aren't like anyone else that we could give or take. I don't like you. Therefore, you have no reason to see them again. You don't need to. Lovers, it's not that simple. They're meant to make an impact. You have a lingering effect, so do they. Okay? It's not just you. The question is, what do we do about it? So you pretending that you don't know what you want isn't going to help you. And it's the reason why, as far as I can tell, you're not fully connected to your healing principle. A part of you would like to fold in their energy into healing. In other words, open yourself up to it in some way to generate more of that activity. I just don't think you want to do it on your own. I think you want to do it with them. That's just what it feels like. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. I got a Ace of Cups and a Nine of Pentacles for you. Let's take a look at this Ten of Swords first. Okay. Let's see that Ten of Swords, please. Let's see that Ten of Swords. Let's see that Ten of Swords. I see the natural flow of your heart move easily towards this person. And you block it. Say, I don't know that that's what I want. That's a lie, honey. You do. I think you feel like you could heal with this person. There's so much disappointment, and it happened over a span of time. Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords. Ultimately, just to simplify, I'm guessing what this Taurus already knows is that over a long period of time, there was ample room to develop disappointment on both sides. And it's ultimately what triggered the ending here. Somebody was very defensive instead of being open. The other person expressed disappointment over time and the lack of expression. Somebody wasn't open to the expression, the other person was. And it's just... it's kind of a shit show, you know. Emotionality, Four of Cups, we are disappointed with what we experienced, this is what I gave, this is what I got in return. Well, that amounted to a hill of beans. And it usually comes down to one's expression. You know, when you speak from the heart, when you feel from the heart, there usually doesn't leave much room for disappointment. And so there is concept of the disappointment over time, the Seven of Pentacles, about what was expressed from the heart. And it's kind of like we had all this time, and Seven of Wands, somebody's still guarded about their feelings. What the absolute fuck, right? So, Ten of Swords. ending, pain. Okay. It's like we had all this time and somebody here still guarded in this equation about what they're feeling. This is stupid. Now that's what happened between two people. At the higher level of existence, at the higher plane of things, there was much more at stake here. Okay. Let's see this Ace of Cups, please. Let's see this Ace of Cups. Let's see this Ace of Cups. Show me this Ace of Cups, please. Show me the Ace of Cups. King of Cups. Queen of Wands. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. 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 All right. You two. What's between you is actually quite lovely. Or it has the potential to in future. Let me do this Nine of Pentacles really quick. Show me this Nine of Pentacles. Show me this Nine of Pentacles. I'm trying to calculate right now how much time I have in my head to explain this, because you really do show me some complicated shit at the most inopportune times. And this is evoking a lot of thought really around your last in-depth, which was for your intimate tarot, which I saw many, many beautiful aspects to, but pissed many, many of you off. And it wasn't just to cross-watchers, which is typically what it is. I haven't received that much kickback from the Taurus Collective in a long time. You guys very rarely get that angry and or frustrated with me. And I can see something beautiful, and from my perspective, I think it's beautiful because I think all change is beautiful so long as it shows the reflection of ourselves and ourselves growing, making change by choice. And I thought your intimate tarot was a lot like that. It showed a reflection to change by choice and making difficult decisions. And there were many Tauruses who saw beautiful change as a very fearful opportunity and let me know that. So I'm sorry if you're that person who's offended, but I am saying all this to give you the heads up right now. I'm seeing something similar. There's what's for you and there's what isn't for you. If you want what's for you, that means breaking away from that which isn't for you. If you want the best of what your heart has to offer and in this life, you're going to have to be willing to make changes or choices, and that's entirely up to you. And I'm sorry that there are so many, honey, bless you, it's just in your nature. You can be in the most difficult situation, but if you're used to it, if Taurus is used to it, if you're comfortable with it, you will still be afraid to break from it because it's what you've known. Even if it hurts you or it's no good for you, you'll still be afraid to break from it because Taurus really has that disposition. It's better the devil I know than the one I don't. So even if it is difficult and laborious, I'm not going to see it that way. I'm going to see it as an investment, even if it breaks my back. So you will often double down in what you commit to just to prove a fucking point. To who? I don't know. You? God? The universe? I don't know. But you will often break your own back to prove a point, and that's your fucking stubbornness. I laugh, but it's actually not funny. All signs have pros and cons. You have a rather sizable con to a rather sizable pro. All fixed signs do. I think yours is just more obvious compared to the other signs. Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo. Yours is tops. And when your con's visible, so too is your pro. I'm seeing the exact same thing, or thereabouts, for your intimate tarot. You want what's best for you. It requires you breaking from that which isn't. And I'm seeing it again. You threw me for a loop here. A little bit. You have the opportunity for new love, resplendent. It's beautiful, it's balanced, it's cohesive, it makes sense. In every conceivable way. It's with that person. You want so much more with them than just healing. It's like I told you, and it was hard for me to articulate it, and it still is. But it's like you're telling me I can't really heal those parts of me without them. And I'm not really inclined to try. And can honestly say, in the years I've been reading, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I'm not trying to be Oprah-esque, and I'm not into drama readings, honey. I don't do that shit. I don't do the exclamation points. Taurus, you're never going to believe it. Fuck it. That's about what that amounts to. So when I tell you, I get frustrated with you when you show me shit like this in 20 minutes. Anyway. Just like with your intimate tarot. If you want this love permanently in your life, Ten of Pentacles, it's solid and stable as hell. King of Cups is here. The Queen of Wands is here. It's beautiful. It's glorious. It's magnificent. I see you, in turn, having to make that decision to be independent and break from something. And it has to be you that does it. There you are, again, with the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles, that which you fear the most. Taurus's personal fear, right there. Five of Pentacles. Breaking from any sort of relationship and or commitment. And being on your own to choose something else. It's either right for you or it's wrong for you. I can't decide that, only you can. But this particular Taurus's path says this is what I need to do. I must go my own way. And I don't know what that Four of Wands is to you. It's whatever you personally, here's the Hierophant, agreed to. That's your own particular contract. Whatever you said yay or nay to. It doesn't have to be marriage, guys. It's anything that you said. This is my relationship. I committed to it, and now I'm breaking from it to go my own way so that I might form this level of stability and love. And you're saying you don't want to heal without your lover. There's just no point. And that's going to take a hell of a lot of work, honey, to get out of the moon. This obviously extends well beyond September, clearly. Again, you're showing me a lot. You're showing me a lot, okay? It's time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. It's give to yourself. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. That's it. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Work through your fears. It's the same fucking cards. I've already done your reading 2 other times. Guess what the main subject matter was? It was inconclusive. The only reason I'm keeping this one is because I actually see you making a decision in this one. That's the only reason I'm keeping it. I've already done this 2 other times. I will not go over 25 minutes, unlike your first 2. They were pretty much the same gig. This isn't Whataburger, honey. Tarot's not Whataburger. I can put in a request with the universe, change the subject, or show me a Taurus who's making a decision. Guess what the universe showed me? They showed me a Taurus who was going to make a decision. And they did all this. I got all this in fucking... Something here is not functioning. Ten of Cups is in reverse. We have to acknowledge this. And that's for some of you, not all of you. Okay? Yeah. 5, 10, and 15 for some of you might be a confirmation. Heavy, heavy, heavy. God dang it. The emotional equilibrium that you share with somebody is off-kilter. To say it's off-kilter is an understatement. Someone is very much unhappy and hasn't been emotionally harmonized in a long time. The fear of abandonment principle, 5 of Pentacles, Taurus's particular weakness and or con here is in full swing. And we've been unhappy in this particular dynamic from that which you feel that you are most charged to break with in order to acquire that which you want the most. We've already discussed what that is. I'm trying to get some sort of timing references, and all I'm getting is 5, 5, 10, 15. 4s for some of you, next April for some of you might be significant. Yeah. And also, when the Fool's journey begins is when the Fool's journey began in terms of the freshness and beginning anew. Okay? All right. Whenever you open up to closing that cycle is whenever you're closing up that cycle. It's when you're open to it. Nobody can dictate the Fool. You're either ready for that or you're not. To either close the cycle, open it, in which case I see you have the opportunity to do one. When one door closes, another door opens, and the Fool will not be subject to timelines. It's whenever you're ready. Okay, I do hope this helped you. This was way too comprehensive, and I apologize. I did the best I could. Okay, and that's all any of us really can do. It's too much for a Sunday shuffle. Please show me this stuff later. I thank the world of you like always. I hope this helped. Take care. Be well.